So here's a scenario quickly for you guys, right? Your 10-year-old. So nalwana lichomi yayo kwestrateng iskabana balwana, right? Your 10-year-old was fighting lichomi yayo, and then antsa balwana chomi yayo ashapa ka tlhogo a tlhokofala, right?
Wait. My 10-year-old
No. Your 10-year-old nalwana ngwana batho a shapa ka tlhogo chomi yayo ya tlhokofala, right?
Yeah.
Your kid comes home and says, Mama or Papa, this is what happened. And then you ask the question, so uko kae ngwano? Ari ke mo siile mole. And then you ask the question again, another question, okay, ne go na le bo mang mole? Who was there when this thing was happening? Ari, it was just the two of us. No one was there.
Nobody witnessed.
Yeah. It was just the two of us.
Shit.
What's your next step as a parent?
Hey! I think Namani must go first.
What's your next step as a parent?
We're in front of the camera, so we still gotta cook the lies.
Because remember,
The Lord is watching you.
if you keep quiet, because also your kid says habona ki motu, that's because yena habona motu. It doesn't mean no one saw him. Right? That's number one. Number two, if you choose not to take this to the police, which is where it's supposed to go, and someone saw you.
No.
Yeah.
So I want you to think about this.
Hey, don't let me.
With whatever answer that you're going to think about.
No,
What are you doing?
my answer is simple.
Yeah.
Go back to the sea and no my police.
Okay.
You know, as it's much easier for this to be on the book than off the book. Because now, if I find out later on, I mean, we live in an era where nothing can be hidden in public.
True.
Then you can be defeating the ends of justice, accomplice to whatever, murder,
Everything.
But I didn't know that we're not there initially. But how, when you bring it to book, not only is it easier, but you can just say, because of shock, nobody.
Okay.
I'd like to where they feel most safe.
But guys, I think
to where they most feel safe, which is Kumtswadiwai. And at 10 years, they can't really arrest you. Maybe better we about psychologist and whatnot.
yeah,
On
but
the
you
flip
can-
side
you
also,
can still serve.
how about Utsebe Baba, it's an African science. Right? Wana house at Amalipuna
Usui.
strategy. No, besides, you know, I think this one is easier to go safe. Like because I don't see what's the worst that could happen to a 10-year-old.
Okay.
They don't plan to go commit murder. It was a genuine mistake. That's how I see it.
Okay.
I didn't stop.
OG. Let's go.
You know what? I
He's
think-
dreading this answer.
You know, I think you did somehow get to steer our answers.
That's why I
I
said
think
you
you were
mustn't
supposed
paint
to leave it at-
context. Leave it at that.
Morality test and leave it
Leave
at
it
that.
there.
You know what? Because when I'm listening to Kagiso, it sounds like he's more afraid of somebody seeing that. Khona no kita boring. This 10-year-old comes back. Nobody saw me, and that's where things are. Haona motho o boneng. So in the event, Yauri, nobody saw, and we are certain Raona motho o boneng, what will you do?
And what would you do? Tell your truth. It's a podcast. Tell the truth.
Nah, it's a sticky one. Killer one.
Okay.
I think yes, nothing will happen to that 10-year-old at the time. But Matsatingana, there is they can still maybe serve at a later stage for it. I don't know Mlawarona Ojwang, but I'm under the impression that they would still serve. Maybe out of 16. Whatever that happened
Juvenile or something.
at that age, yeah, maybe 10 years, he'll be responsible for it.
Okay.
So, as a parent, protecting my child. Bruh. Man, I'm shutting the fuck up. I'm shutting the fuck up because it's a king. But like you think to yourself, already, there's just so much that is going to come here.
That's at stake.
Now you are at risk because how to be familiar with
Exactly.
it's pain for them.
Mphakathi ukawuchisa.
When exactly ukachisa wena because of ngwana gago. As young as they are, it puts so much of a risk to you and your family. So now my meet, and this is now me responding. Kataba fella already thinking I'm trying to protect my child. I'm trying to protect myself as well.
Let me
Unfortunately,
ask you this question.
in a case like this, I think I'm kind of like,
Let me ask you this question. You know, the secret is as good as the two people that know it.
yeah.
How sure are you that you're
Yes, come influence.
No. Yeah, Jonah.
Come
I can you tell it too.
He's not sure. He's just willing to take the chance. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, that's what I'm saying as
What
well.
I'm
To say
saying.
I'm willing to take the chance. And
I'm not saying shit.
Lena become a coach. I can just
I'm a protector. We know kids abana.
true. And I'm yes.
Ka thola ngwana hao o bona, let's say when LSG wa hlapa in the presence of ngwana hao. Yo, na ya ntate wa ka eka.
Yeah.
They don't know. Like,
But
the thing is,
I'm looking at
he's
10
willing
years.
to. Yeah,
but
he's willing
around
to.
10 is akhono ubona
10 years
nthunya.
that Kalifile nyana. Kila bon.
But let's kind of plan to answer on
influence.
We're waiting for yours.
I'm not saying he must flip his question. I just want to know if you considered everything.
He did. And he's like, Nzofa now.
That's right.
When I picture you at 10 years old, keep everything hush.
Don't do that. Don't tell him to picture anything.
Tell us. Tell
For
us
me,
yours.
you done.
Man, next Kalifile got 10 years old. I probably already had secrets, dog.
You said what you said.
But that's why I would protect my son or my son. I would protect them, and I'll also be protecting myself. And if I'm a coach and say, listen, no, if anybody asks, I'll say nix. And if anybody asks, I want you to.
Wanole ugcine ka nako mang mang.
Or if, I would have to. I would have to coach him. Ke mjwetsa re mamela mfethu. Sa tlalifile, sa tseba tronko ke eng. Yabona? So I need to also instill a bit of fear in him in order for him to shut the fuck up about it. Unfortunately, ke protecta yena, ke protecta nna. Yes, it's wrong. But sometimes
the niggas gotta do what a niggas gotta do.
Okay.
Okay. Well, for me, honestly, if I'm telling the truth, kile kwa lacho. So it's gonna be hard. Like you see, for example, now, and I'm gonna tell you why my answer is gonna be to like basically go the holy route about this, only because I would only do that if I didn't have a man in my house. You see, if I had like a time I was like this, I was shutting the fuck up. But if it's just me, like the way it is right now, we're going there, bro. Like we're going there because first of all,
You're going to
the scene. We're going to the scene. We're going to the family, and we're calling the police. We're doing it, like, and whatever come at me. But like, I feel like if I'm alone like this, like if I have like a man, like you see, like a man, and a man says, "Mom, we are told."
So what are you saying? Are you saying that you're willing to be chisered?
Yeah, I think
going to happen.
Come at me, yeah. But for now, I think the repercussions of the king, that outburst and that outcry in that like moment, I'd rather face that than people finding out at a later stage, and then because I'm in shit either way. Do I understand? So I feel like I would go there. Well, knowing me, very like especially if into like no baba no sharp. I'm just gonna be like, yo dog. The worst that could happen is gonna happen. If but I feel like my son also has nothing to hide because it's a different case if he did that if he was 22, 26, 27. He's 10. I don't think.
Let me throw a bit of twist in this thing. Right?
We're not lo.
I just want to throw a young twist before we move on.
Before you throw the twist, what would you do?
Shit.
Shit.
What am I doing? Shit.
Tough one, bro. It's a tough one.
It's very tough.
I would do the same as you, right? Because I have to but I would have to, there's things that I would have to do to make sure that this thing doesn't come back.
Evidence.
Right? For an example, he spoke about black magic.
Yeah.
They're going to work Sito Puda and then shit is going to hit the fan. Right? I'm going to have to have an upper hand and go to people that do black magic and say, listen, this is the shit that happened. So can you make sure that in case they do that shit, it doesn't come back to us, right? I'm also gonna keep quiet, lie low a bit, and make sure that no one saw anything. Because if someone saw something, then shit is going to come back to us. If nothing happens and then nothing comes back to us, we're moving out of that place.
But that's also sus. It's very suspicious. Why are you moving?
Nah, but we can.
Nah, but not like immediately.
Yeah,
like
not
maybe
immediately.
after like 6 months.
It's been a while now.
Yeah.
No one knows. We're moving.
Yeah. Oh.
Because
People
the
move
thing
all
is,
the time.
hangwana sansanali in that environment, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, it is.
So it's going to come back to us because
Eventually, yeah.
You see, however you decide to go about this, it's gonna come back for you.
Not necessarily.
also that is a huge risk. Because if it, in case someone saw something,
Taraka vegetable every weekend.
My answer is catered based on the age of the child. It's best to come clean when they're at the tender age.
That's why I get there's less repercussions at that age.
It's squashed. But I wonder if now kids teenager. Once kids, that's also if you're willing to move there, then the same thing you'll move.
I think it's just going to be trauma.
It's trauma either way.
More if we patile.
Not necessarily, bro.
The thing is,
depending how people respond to it.
Exactly.
But because not everybody's going to be like, no, Kingwana, it was a mistake.
It's a 10-year-old. What do you mean?
Exactly.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, if you're willing to move whilst it's hidden, you can move. It's like Batsiba.
Habatsiba, when you move Habatsiba, you're guilty. Why you move?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
I'm not trying to welcome more. You're moving because of safety. It's fine. I'm not guilty. But it's just that thing. Let it come out in the open. It's squashy with that. But for me, my answer will be different if one is a teenage. Because now, get 10 years, then they found out only 18 old, and like the murderer came out.
And then the repercussions.
Is the one
I
involved.
know. We're also going down.
Yeah.
Deny.
They can't just say it's murder. Murder, you need to prove intent. Did he intend on killing him? Did he intend on... Highly so, one not a psychologist, but very therapy.
Just a little slap on the wrist.
Because I had a friend who died because Bamutunse. So it's that thing of you as your father, LSG as a father, Tunya, it wasn't at the safe, Kanakwe.
Yeah.
Then your dad's gun, it's cool. By Sheba, the gun goes. Sharper straight in the heart. But because the person who held the gun and the gun went off, Nesansan Ili minor, they couldn't prove intention of killing.
It was just negligence.
Fine. We didn't follow the case throughout because now
and the father was probably in shit.
Obviously, because you must put it on safety, disarm it, bullet. I think there's rules like that.
It's different as when as LSG. No said when Mana died.
Yeah.
But it's just a 10-year-old. Maybe they were having a squabble and shit happens. I want to hit their head on the pavement or something and they go. At 10 years old, Joe, like, you don't have the intention
of... we're sweeping that thing under the carpet.
Sweep it under the rug.
Unfortunately.
But let's go to the street squad, man. Tell us what you think you would do. And I just feel like this is a conundrum. This is a sick situation. I don't want a moral compass. Iri south, iri west, iri north, iri east. And let us know, man. Drop it across all our social media platforms also, because I think we're going to post a skit of this. Also on our YouTube while you're watching this. Tell us, where your
head is at.
I'm an African scientist, engineers. If it were my kid, though, that they killed, strike! You see this thing? Sorry. Anyway, speaking about